Chapter 2. Unveiling the Ripper's Tapestry. In the aftermath of the grim discovery, Detective Michael Donovan found himself ensnared in a relentless whirlwind of investigation. The cryptic symbols, etched into his mind like a haunting refrain, urged him to decipher the sinister riddles they concealed. With every passing moment, the Manhattan Ripper's web of darkness tightened its grip, compelling Donovan to dig deeper into the layers of malevolence woven within the chilling messages. Within the shadowed confines of his cluttered office, Donovan stood before the evidence board. Its mosaic of images and threads wove together a tapestry of dread, a visual manifestation of the victim's final moments. The disturbing photographs capturing the essence of suffering and fear were connected by threads of red, forming a grotesque tableau that seemed to pulse with a sinister energy. Donovan's gaze remained riveted on the chilling display, his mind ablaze with relentless inquiry. The symbols must be more than mere marks. They're fragments of a narrative, an unfolding story, Donovan mused aloud, his voice a murmur that filled the dim room. Each victim's fate holds a deeper significance, a chapter in this malevolent tale. Detective Sarah Martinez entered, bearing 2 steaming cups of coffee. She extended one to Donovan, her expression etched with concern as she surveyed the intricate evidence board. "You've been consumed by this, Mike. You need to take a step back, if only for a moment." Donovan accepted the coffee, though his attention remained fixated on the evidence before him. "Lives are hanging in the balance, Sarah. Somewhere within these symbols lies the key to unraveling the truth." Martinez sighed softly, torn between understanding and worry. "We've dissected their lives, their connections, their histories, yet the Ripper's motives remain elusive. The answers lie within our grasp, waiting to be uncovered," Donovan insisted, his gaze tracing the threads that connected each victim's photograph. "In these crime scenes, he's communicating something beyond the surface." Martinez leaned closer, her curiosity piqued. "You believe he's using the crime scenes to convey a message, to share a hidden narrative?" Donovan nodded, a surge of conviction coursing through him. The symbols, the positions, they're his language, a coded message that he's left behind. The pieces of the puzzle began to coalesce in Donovan's mind. The cryptic messages weren't mere random marks, they were an intricate dialogue, a breadcrumb trail leading them deeper into the Ripper's twisted psyche. Re-energized, Donovan and Martinez intensified their efforts, consulting experts in ancient languages and symbolism, driven by the desire to decipher the chilling code hidden within the scenes of terror. In the late hours, Donovan's phone buzzed, signaling a new message. His eyes scanned the text, a mix of anticipation and urgency surging through him. "Connection established between symbols and ancient text. Message of vengeance and retribution," the message read. Donovan's heart quickened as he absorbed the revelation. Vengeance and retribution, but for what? Martinez drew nearer, her focus intent on Donovan. "We're making progress, Mike. We're drawing closer to the missing link." The city's shadows grew longer, enveloping Donovan's thoughts. "Perhaps we've been too preoccupied with the victims themselves and not enough with the Ripper." Martinez's brow furrowed. "You mean the symbols are his way of entrusting his own history, his grievances to us?" "Exactly," Donovan affirmed, his voice resolute. "We need to delve into their lives, their connections, and unveil the narrative that binds them to his malevolent story." The following day, Donovan stood before the latest crime scene, a chilling tableau that seemed to emanate with an eerie aura. The victim, a middle-aged man, lay sprawled on the frigid pavement, an embodiment of death's grasp. The symbols etched onto the brick wall taunted them, a cryptic puzzle demanding their attention. Kneeling beside the victim, Donovan meticulously examined every minute detail, his mind racing to decipher the concealed message. The victim's clothing bore the marks of a violent struggle, his fingers bruised and scraped. Donovan's gaze fixated on the symbols, each etch a fragment of a puzzle yearning to be unraveled. A realization dawned upon Donovan. "Sarah, observe this," he exclaimed, a surge of excitement coursing through him. "The symbols, the positioning, they mirror the very crime scene of our first victim." Martinez's eyes widened, comprehension dawning upon her. He's revisiting his past atrocities, reliving his own dark history. It's as if he's forcing us to bear witness to his haunting memories, compelling us to confront the demons lurking within, Donovan concluded, a shiver coursing through his frame. As they meticulously combed through the crime scene, Donovan's thoughts harkened back to the previous victims. The first victim, a young woman, had met her tragic end within the confines of an abandoned warehouse, her life extinguished in a cruel dance of fate. The second victim, an elderly man, had fallen victim on a desolate park bench, the brutality of his demise etched within the very fabric of the city. Donovan's mind retraced these haunting images, the cryptic symbols that seemed to throb with a malevolent pulse. This isn't a random sequence of events. It's an orchestrated journey into the Ripper's past, a harrowing reenactment of his own personal demons, Donovan contemplated, his voice laden with grim realization. Martinez nodded, her gaze lingering upon the symbols. He's guiding us through a macabre narrative, inviting us to excavate his history through the lives he leaves behind. As the sun descended beyond the horizon, casting an ethereal glow over the crime scene, Donovan's determination solidified. The Manhattan Ripper might remain elusive, his motives shrouded in darkness, yet Donovan was resolute in his quest for the truth. The chase had transformed into a battle of wits, a relentless contest of deciphering symbols and navigating the labyrinthine mind of a malevolent mastermind. The Ripper's chilling tapestry was gradually unraveling, threads of understanding emerging from the tangled web of cryptic symbols. Donovan was poised to delve deeper, to follow the trail of macabre markers until he confronted the enigmatic orchestrator himself.